So it was just a normal day. I had logged onto Discord and was scrolling through the order and was marking off his channel to see if there was any good deals. I didn't really see anything that caught my eye besides this finish right here. Mainly because in my opinion the Matrix finish looks kinda bad on most of the cosmetics on Origin Realms. If you don't know what a finish is, basically it's an item you can apply onto your cosmetic to make it look cooler, and you have a super small chance of getting one whenever you roll a cosmetic from a key. Finishes can go from anywhere between 50,000 rubies and 7 million rubies. And the reason for such a big price range is because it depends on what finish it is and what cosmetic it's on. Because some look absolutely amazing, and on the other hand, some look quite bad. Anyways, from there I went over to market discussion, just to see if there was anything interesting going on, and then I came across a conversation about that finish I had seen just a couple of minutes ago. As you probably remember, the person wanted 500k for it, and a well-known finish collector stated that it would be pretty hard to get that amount for it, considering the finish didn't look very appealing. And then shortly later, someone jokingly replied saying, "I'll give you sand for it." Then another person chimed in, and a few minutes later the seller replied with this, and then followed up a minute afterwards saying he'd actually do 5,000 stacks of sand for the finish. That's a lot. After reading through this brief conversation, I thought to myself, no one would actually put in the time to get that much sand for a Matrix Shield Cross, right? Well, at first I didn't even consider doing such a task. I just went on with my day collecting blocks I needed for a build, and I also stocked up on random materials I needed for badger tasks. I was just going through my chest and realized I was extremely low on Amaryllis, so I headed off into the resource world in search of this item, which I for some reason thought was only available at beaches. But to my surprise, in my first attempt at TPing into the resource world in hopes of finding a beach, I ended up in an oasis biome where Amaryllis also happened to be in. I was happy that I didn't have to go around looking for a beach, so for the next 5 to 10 minutes I went around collecting all the Amaryllis I could get my hands on. But then I stopped for a moment and looked around. I was surrounded by desert. And then the conversation about the Matrix finish popped back into my head. Maybe collecting 5,000 stacks of sand wasn't as bad of an idea as I at first thought. But before I'd start on such a task, first it would probably be wise to try and calculate just how long it'd take to get that much sand, just so I could decide whether or not it'd actually be worth it. First off, 5,000 stacks of sand is a total of 320,000 sand blocks, and it took me about 90 seconds to get 19 stacks of sand, which translates to 1,216 blocks of sand, which meant it would take 394 minutes, or 6 hours and 34 minutes to get 5,000 stacks of sand. Not to mention the extra time it'll take to put the sand into some shulkers, and slowly transport those back to my realm to put them all in some chests. Was this many hours of my life worth it for a mediocre looking finish? Well, at this point I didn't really know, but I was about to find out. Look, the finish might not look great, but I had very few finishes myself, and as far as I knew this finish was one of a kind at the time. Not to mention, collecting 5,000 stacks of sand seemed kind of like a fun challenge, and also possibly a decent video idea, so why not give it a go? To start things off, I need to find a desert, since I may or may not have TP'd away from the desert I was in earlier when I went looking for the Amaryllis. Okay, this is kind of a desert? Maybe? I think that should be a desert over there. Should probably put my armor on, because I don't know if there's iguanos over here. I don't want to die right now. Yeah, we have some little friends over here. I'm just gonna leave them. Don't have time to deal with those guys right now. Oh, there's a balloon though. There's two! Hello? Again. Why is this guy not fighting me? Wither skull? Another wither skull? What are the chances? Okay. Okay, got a little sidetracked there. But anyways, does this desert look alright? Should I go over there? Oh no. Okay, this area looks a lot better. Should be good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start a timer as well, just because I'm curious how long this will end up taking me. But yeah, everything is set. I placed a bunch of chests in my realm. I should have the perfect amount of chests for 5k sand, if I did my math correctly anyway. I might be off by a tiny bit. Remember those words for later, by the way. I might be off by a tiny bit. I also have a few shulker boxes on me, just so I don't have to go back and forth too often. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this. 3, 2, 1. Let's hope I don't regret this. And this was the start of my quest, to get 5,000 stacks of sand, so I could trade it all in for a semi-decent finish. No, 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 no. Where did you even come from? Sir, please leave me alone. Just rolling and rolling, okay. It's fine, I'll just mine sand over here. It's okay. You can stay over there. Okay, there we go. There's my first inventory full of sand. Maybe I should get rid of a few things though, just so I can store more at a time. Let's go ahead and put all this in there. First shulker box down. And a ton more to go. Oh, that's awkward. My stopwatch just stopped for some reason. It's fine, it's only been a few minutes. Oh no, I just woke up that Stratagolem again. Oh, I've got these things here as well. I forgot these things were called. Not too annoying though. The Stratagolems are probably way worse. No! Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, I take it back. These guys are kind of annoying. Okay, I know what some of you might be thinking. Why don't I just buy all the sand from the NPC at spawn? It's only 320k. Instead of putting all this effort into mining the sand myself. Well, first off, I'm kind of low on rubies right now. And second, it'll be more fun to get the sand myself. At least I think so anyway. I mean, I could probably make 320k rubies in 4 to 5 hours of looting structures or ancient cities, but I'm doing this for content, okay? Alright, filled up both the shulker boxes and also my inventory, so it's time to go drop my first batch of sand off at my realm. It only took a little over 10 minutes. Alright, we got 2 double chests full of sand so far, and a bunch more to go. Something tells me I'm off. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this won't be as hard as I thought it would be. I don't know. Let's continue though. I'm also really happy the Ore realms finally fixed their deserts, because for a while there was only one layer of sand in deserts, but now that's been fixed and it is like normal Minecraft, where there's multiple layers of sand before hitting a sandstone. Oh. I don't have a bow in me. Oh, goodbye balloon. Alright, so I just realized I did do my math very, very wrong. I need double the amount of chests I have here, actually. I might be off by a tiny bit. Basically, I did the math based on double chests instead of single chests. I don't know, it's too hard to explain right now. But basically, I did my math wrong and I need double this amount, so that's fun. This looked not too bad when I was looking at it. I was like, hey, maybe getting 5k stacks won't be too bad, but yeah, my math was very wrong. That's great. Time to get more chests, I guess. There we go. Now it's back to collecting sand. I have finished most of the area over here. There's like one layer left, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna go ahead and probably go back over there, because that's where I was earlier until I lost my spot. I won't be mining for too much longer since it's already getting late for me. Probably do like another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll be able to do a lot more tomorrow. Well, I couldn't get very much done today, but hopefully tomorrow I can make a lot more progress. Okay, It is now day 2, which means I need to go find a desert. I'm hoping to make a ton of progress today. It'd be great if I can do it all today, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And what is that doing there? I'm just not gonna ask. It took me a couple of minutes to find a desert, but this day I was really determined to make a good amount of progress. I didn't want there to have to be a day 3, but since I started late the previous day, because I also had a video to work on, I couldn't just mine sand all day. So there was probably gonna be a day 3. Why is there a strategolem up there? I don't think I've ever seen one spawn up there before. That's interesting. There's still so much more to go. This is gonna be, more painful than I thought. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing or leaving a like. I would really appreciate it since I put a lot of work into making this video. I am now 2 hours in to digging sand today, so that's lovely. Which means I'm a total of almost 3 hours? I did 55 minutes yesterday, so yeah, I almost reached 3 hours of just digging sand. I think it's safe to say that I'm already bored. As time went on and the desert became more and more flat, stratogolems ended up spawning way more frequently, since there was so much more room for them to spawn in compared to when the desert had more hilly areas. This desert is so flat now. If someone comes here, they're gonna be so confused. I ended up finding another desert close by and proceeded to spend another 2 hours doing my favorite thing, which is mining sand, obviously. I'm basically halfway done now. I think I'm technically one chest off, but close enough. I'm already pretty tired of mining sand today. I'm kinda tempted to buy the rest from the NPC, but I'll survive, I think. Alright, this concludes day 2. I've done a decent amount today. I'm at just over 5 hours total. I still have so much left to go, but hopefully I can finish the rest tomorrow. We'll see, I guess. Day 3 had now started, and I was determined to get the other half of the sand during this day. And as always, first I needed to go find a desert. Since I had stopped around the halfway point the day before, I think it's safe to say this day was gonna be a bit more painful. Because today, I would be spending over 5 hours mining sand. So will I succeed and finish it all on the 3rd day? I guess you'll have to wait and see. Okay, I finally found a desert. Looks good enough. So yeah, let's get started. I think it's safe to say, at this point, I was starting to question whether this whole thing was worth it or not. But anyways, before I actually started spending hours of my time mining sand, I decided that I wanted to listen to something in the background, so I could be productive and not feel like I was wasting away hours of my life. I listened to a book called $1 Million Habits by Brian Tracy. Why am I mentioning this? Because it's something to talk about during this time lapse, and because I enjoyed listening to this book, plus I learned a lot from it. The book is about developing good habits that can benefit you whether or not you want to become rich or successful during your life. So why am I listening to a book like this? Well, I want to be a successful YouTuber, and there's a lot of great advice in this book even though it's not about YouTube. And even if you don't have a job or anything, you can learn a lot from this book. Do you deal with procrastination? I do, and it isn't fun. Especially when I reach the end of the day and realize I've done barely any work, and I just end up feeling disappointed. But I'm working on changing that and spending my time more wisely so I can get more work done every day. So let me share 3 things I learned from this book to help me deal with procrastination, and I think you can learn something helpful too. Number 1, habits. If you want to develop a good habit, you need to do that habit for 21 days straight without skipping a day. For example, I struggle with uploading and spending time working on videos consistently, so I decided for 21 days I would spend time working on videos for at least 2 hours a day. I'm currently 8 days in, and it's been pretty successful so far. Number 2, setting goals. If you have goals you want to reach, you need to write them down on paper and write them in the present tense. For instance, I have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, or I upload 1 video a week. You also need to rewrite your goals every day and say them out loud to yourself. The reason for writing your goals in the present tense and saying them out loud is so that they get into your subconscious mind, because your brain knows you don't actually have whatever that goal it is you're writing down, so when you do these things, your brain will try its best to work towards achieving that goal. Of course, you have to be working towards the goal yourself and be determined to accomplish it, but writing your goals down every day will help you achieve them. Lastly, number 3 is procrastination. To beat this, I say certain phrases to myself over and over. For example, I'd repeat "I'm going to edit" to myself, and it keeps me from getting distracted, and it causes me to actually keep editing. It really works, and you should try it sometime. So, that's everything I wanted to share about this book. If you're interested, the book is on Audible, and there's a free trial available, so I'll have those links in the description. And now back to mining sand. There's a person over there. Where are they even at? I don't see an area they've dug down at, but there's someone down there, okay. There's also, a lovely strata golem over there. Sadly, I wasn't able to finish getting the rest of the sand during the 3rd day, which made me kinda disappointed, but I did have other things to attend to during that day, so I just didn't have enough time to get all of the sand, which unfortunately meant I would have to go on for another day. During the entire 3rd day though, the thought of just buying the rest of the sand had been lingering in the back of my mind, but I continued to just push on and try my best to just focus on getting the sand without having to spend any rubies. Anyways, let's move on to the 4th and final day on this journey to get a matrix finish. Alright, it is now day 4 of mining sand. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish the rest yesterday, so I've got around another hour or so left to go, I think. Let's go ahead and look for another desert so I can finally finish this up. It is pretty exciting though, since I'm fairly close to hitting 5,000 stacks of sand. Also, can I just say how happy I am there's unbreakable tools on here? I mean, if I was getting this much sand in a normal survival world, it would take so much longer, because I'd have to spend extra time getting multiple shovels to enchant them, and then dealing with having to repair those. Why is there so many of these? There's 4 of them. Oh. Okay, one just disappeared. There was 4 of them. Wait, no, there still is 4, isn't there? Yeah, I think he just went out of my render distance, or another one spawned in. Why is there so many? I am literally almost done. I need 2.5 more trips? I'm almost done. This is exciting. I'm definitely way over an hour today. I thought it would take at least like 1 more hour, maybe an hour and a half, but I'm at an hour and 43 minutes right now. Oh well, at least I'm almost done. One more double chest and then one single. Why is there a gold block in there? One more double chest and one single chest, and then I'm finally done with collecting all this sand. So another inventory full. I filled up this shulker already, and then there's another shulker, which means I just need one more inventory full of sand, and then I'm finally done. Okay, one more stack to go. Which one do we want to be the last one for me to break? Do we do this one or here? Why don't we break one up there? Those are fun. How was I get up there without using extra blocks? You know what? I could buy food for a second. There we go. 5k stacks of sand. Took ages. That took way longer than I expected. Okay, what is my time at? That's what I want to know. 2 hours and 13 minutes doing it today. And what was my time before? Okay, for the past 3 days, I've spent 8 hours and 17 minutes, which means if I'm doing my math correctly, I've spent a total of 10 hours and 30 minutes. Before I started all of this, I thought it would take like 6.5 hours to 7 hours maybe. And then I added like an extra hour and a half or so for like going back and forth and putting sand away. So I thought this would take like 8 hours to 8.5 hours, but no, it took over 10. I definitely underestimated how long it would take to get 5k stacks of sand. Let me pick up my steak again. Alright, let's go put all this away. Round TP Alyssa. Put this in here, and then these 2 shulkers. And there we go. There's 5k stacks of sand. Okay, I just did the math. I just redid the math, and I counted like all my chests and stuff. Apparently I'm off by 5 stacks actually. Guess I'll go get those last 5 stacks then. I thought I was done. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. So that wasn't actually the last block I thought I mined up there. There we go. Now we have 5,000 stacks of sand. Okay, that was quite a journey. Now let me message this person. Okay, he responded. Go and invite him? Trusted. There we go. We have the finish. Thanks. Okay, we have the shield cross finish. Let's go ahead and try this on. Let's see if this was worth it. Right now, I don't really know if it was worth it. I mean, 10 hours. Could I have made more money in 10 hours? I wonder how much I could have made in 10 hours, to be honest. How much could I make in 10 hours of farming? I don't know. Okay, let's go in here. You know what would have been funny? Is if I bought the last sand block, or maybe you can't buy one at a time, but like the last 16 or 32 from the NPC. Oh well, did it all on my own. Never worn this cosmetic in my life. There's a lot of cosmetics I've never worn. Matrix finish, let's go. Oh man, got a lovely finish here. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It's not the best. What do the other finishes look like? Gold looks nice. Matrix doesn't look good on pretty much most of the finishes in the game. Anyways, I spent... Can this just appear already? Yeah, I spent 10 hours mining sand for this. Was it worth it? I hope so. I mean, hey, I think it could be a pretty good video. We'll see how it performs, but for now, I'd say it was kinda worth it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you should go check out this one I made on how to easily make over 250,000 rubies a month. Never touching sand again.